I'm the head coach of AP Saints. I also coach for Pulse Futures, and I'm just finishing off my level 3 now. I went to a club in North London, a team called Troy, because they had a space in their juniors, but they didn't actually have any girls to play. So I said, would you mind if I put my girls into the league under Troy? So they played there for that season. And then because of the interest of other girls coming, it was a case of, we actually need to set up a club because of the interest of girls coming in. So we started AP Saints. It started off with 7 girls, and now I think there's probably about, 250 girls. Obviously we've got Kira Rothwell and Aaliyah Zaranyika and Alexia Saunders, who have obviously got into England. But we've had many girls get into the franchises, like India Akinrinlola, she's played for the franchises, Anna Willis, who's currently at Pulse under 21s, Joanna Leslie, who went off to Bristol and played at Stars. I notice when I go around and watch a lot of teams that we've always got black girls playing wing defence, goalkeeper. We never see, hardly the black goal attack or the black wing attack or the black centre. And obviously I played wing attack centre when I was young, but most of the girls were in defence. And I think we need to see players as individuals, as players, not as they're black, let's put them into defence. And I think there's still a stereotype within netball around that. And that's something I'd like to see change, is that we're looking at girls as athletes. And what can they do? Can they shoot? How good is their change of direction? How good are they losing players around the circle? So let's not just, think, okay, we've got a black girl there, stick her in the defence. No, let's look at these girls as athletes and where is best for them. And I think with me being a black coach, I don't see the colour in terms of, I don't look at them and say, oh, black, let me put her in defence. I'm looking at what is she good at. She's going to make a good goal attack, or she's going to make a good goal shooter. And if you look at my team anyway, it's very diverse, and girls are playing in all sorts of positions. Well, I started, I played for a club called Grasshoppers Netball. It's probably Yendies now, you would call it Yendies now, because Sid's still there, Sid Smales. I went off and did under 16 schoolgirl trials, England schoolgirls, and got into England as a schoolgirl. Then went forward to under 18s, played under 18s, and then under 21s. Lorna and Cynthia and Helen Manufort, that was sort of a tight friendship group in Birmingham, because Lorna's just up the road, and Cynthia used to come down and spend time with Helen and Lorna. They were so talented, and I do still look at players now and look at players on the court, and I still sort of compare them and say, God, they're not as good as Lorna was. And even now when we have conversations, because Lorna, they're still not as good as you out there. My first lot of girls that I started with, 13 years ago, they've just come back. The first lot of girls have just come back from university. And India set up a sort of elite session with those girls, and I sort of popped in just to see who was there, and all the girls were there. Lisa had been off at University of Birmingham doing social work. Even some of the, a girl called Abby Bromley who played with India at Turnford, she came over, and all the girls from that year group. So for me, walking into that sports hall and seeing that they've all gone off to uni, they've done their 4 years, 3 years, and they've come back and they've come straight back to training. And one of the things they said was, it feels like we've never been away. So where it was, I had these girls who were the same height as me and maybe a little bit taller. I was there looking at these women, who were like giving me a hug and saying, oh, it's so nice to be back. So yeah, it's nice. And I'd like to think that I'm a role model for, obviously, not just for black kids, but for white kids as well, because I put a lot of time and a lot of effort into the girls. And it's not just been about their netball, it's been about their mental health, their fitness, their well-being, and I think it shows with them coming back.